Welcome back to the Tokyo Fresh Podcast.
I'm back.
My name is David. I'm here with Jordan.
Hey, guys.
I'm going to close the door before we start, but give me a second.
I'll vamp. It's been 2 weeks. We're slowly accidentally becoming a bi-weekly podcast. My bad. Yeah, I think it's more. I think I said this before in the Discord, and I think I told people before, like, this year's pretty busy.
The start of this year is...
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, like, I mean, you're doing stuff. I'm starting a full-time job again.
Yeah, it was
and,
a lot.
like, I'm just...
Yeah.
So when you're like, yeah, like, I can't do it, I'm like, okay, good, I can sleep.
Yeah, I'll be asleep. I'll see you later. I think last week I had a live concert I was going to on the Sunday, and there was like an all-day thing. That was very entertaining. I'll get into that a little bit later. And then there was also...
Wait.
Careful. Then there was also something on the Saturday. I went to my friend's wedding last year in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
They were in Japan for their brother's wedding. This is Japanese,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they just happened to be like in the area we were in. They're like, oh, drinks? And I was like, oh, fuck it, dude. So we like out drink to the last train. Very, very fun. Nice to catch up with people from international. And then yesterday as well, my kohai from like university, from like the UK university, was in Japan randomly, and he was like, I'm here with my friends. Do you want to get drinks? And I was like, I'm not gonna say no to that. Like, I'm not gonna say no to drinks.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
fuck.
I mean, if they're not in Japan like that often, then,
No, yeah.
why wouldn't you? Right?
No, exactly. I was they almost convinced me to go clubbing, but yeah, no, they were close. They were like, oh, Jordan, look, we might like hit this club and then do this and then this, and I was like, ooh, a club, that could be fun. I've not done that in a while. Maybe it'll be enjoyable. We're in like a moonwalk bar.
Yeah.
Where every drink is 200 yen. Now it's been raised to 50.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Unfortunate. Dude, tough
times.
times, but affordable. So in Moonwalk Bar, for those that know, it was me and David's like haunt for a while. We drank there a lot. Because every drink, 200 yen. Snacks.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I mean, 250 is still pretty good for a drink.
Do you know how good it was? So it's me and like 5 people. Two. Yeah, it's like 5 of us in total. So in this bar, we're drinking. We knocked back drinks like they were going out of style. We were drinking like the bar was closing in 10 minutes and we had to get our money's worth, even though it's not normally a whole day. So,
No.
So a couple of the, like it was 2 French friends and then my friend who's like from like Europe as well. And they couldn't believe how cheap the drinks were. It's their first time in Japan.
I mean, that seems to be the consensus
The
around
consensus.
that Japan is just cheap in general.
Yeah.
And
But it is
due
though.
to the end, they're not really wrong.
They're not wrong, yeah. So we ended up doing... So when you go to Moonwalk Bar, there's like various types of drinks. You have like on the rocks. So you have ones that are like, oh, it's like a tonic water
What's the-
fusion type thing.
What the fuck's the one that's like fucking green?
Oh, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
That's what it is.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Ninja Turtle. It looks like green slime.
They have some new ones as well.
Ooh.
There's one that's just... This was the meme yesterday. There's one that was just called Papa's Milk.
Nope. Nope.
And then one of the boys was like, I might get one of the milk drinks. And everyone was like, Papa's Milk? Papa's Milk? Like, chug it down and tell me if it's salty. Was like the catchphrase. It was fucking horrible.
Why would you call it
I
that?
don't know. It was like how to explain the color? Like like an orangey creamish, like an off.
Well, it's probably like Calpis, right? It's probably made with Calpis or something.
You know what? You think it might be, but I don't think it was. And also, I didn't actually check the ingredients. I just boldly assumed that it was made of Papa's milk.
I mean, hey, you named it, right? So
you named it. Like, I know.
I'll leave it up to you to, let your imagination go to where it needs to go.
It was on the page of like milk-based drinks as well. So there was like an alcoholic strawberry milk thing as well, like a Kahlua milk. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, style concoction, Papa's milk. There's a bunch of like really weird ones.
Milk and alcohol is like things that like probably shouldn't go together outside of like maybe eggnog, but eggnog is not.
It's
milky,
not even
it's egg.
One of the French guys, if he's not thrown up like last night, I guarantee he threw up because he was
This morning,
bro. He was pounding down the beers, and then he went, "Do you know what? Some milk drinks." And I looked,
Oh
bro.
no!
I
Oh
looked
no!
at him, and I was like, bro, hold on. You're like, we're like 3-4 beers deep, and you're looking at me and telling me that now at 10:30 p.m. you're getting on the milk. And he's like, oh yeah, it's a milk drinks. And I was like, I thought he was joking. Seconds later, strawberry milk alcoholic thing is brought to the table.
God, fucking
and
gross.
It's in one of those like big like
the big tall like
yeah,
fluted glass
yeah,
things.
with the handles.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Dude, fucking pissing ourselves a lot. So like we're taking the piss, of course. I was like, give me that little zip. So I try. I'm like, yeah, it's like an alcoholic like strawberry milk, decent. If
The child killer.
If it's
They'll never know.
they'll never know. If it was the only drink I was drinking that night, like one glass of milk, please, sir, with a little whiskey in it,
Right.
Delicious. Drink that, go to bed.
I don't know because like your body after a while just like rejects milk.
Oh yeah,
So like milk with alcohol, I mean,
already
maybe that's a good thing because you puke out all the alcohol too.
100%, yeah. But he went from that to a shot of something back to I don't know,
Why?
bro.
Oh, God.
Bro was playing games,
Fuck, it was just like curdling your stomach,
dude.
Wow.
Yeah, and then they went to the club. So,
Why? Oh my god.
To dance around, to churn that milk up, David. Listen, we gotta make this cheese.
We making butter.
We're making butter, baby. We're making that.
We're making butter with Papa's milk. Gonna churn it.
Disgusting.
The jokes write themselves, right?
It was so good. Fuck. But like,
Why?
I know.
just thought
No,
of,
I
like,
know.
A complete sentence in my brain, and I was like, I don't want to say that.
It's fucking horrible. It's like, we're there for a while. We're drinking, hanging out. We get the bill to go. We're like, all right, let's get the bill. We gotta get out of here, dude. I want to go home. You guys are going clubbing. But once again, very importantly, I will be going home.
Mm-hmm.
So the bill comes, bro. Ichima. 10,000 yen.
Oh, not bad.
2,000
For
each.
5 people?
5 people.
Yeah,
We went
that's pretty
hard. 2,000 each. I was like, dude, this is testament to the fact that like Moonwalk Bar is like undefeated. They raised the price and it's still fucking
And it's still
undefeated.
cheap.
It's still
Yep.
cheap. It was the entire night of them going, but why is the beer only 250 yen? I'm like, but
Don't ask questions, just consume.
like you're asking like I run the place, dude. Like just enjoy the beverages.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I get their invoice.
Legitly, you know, wait, I've requested their fucking 401 like tax evasion, dude. Like give me a second, it'll come in and I'll shift through their documents. Like no, dude, like just chill. It's fun as well. Like I think there's another table of like foreigners, like 2 guys, and then the entire bar was just filled with like Japanese people. And there's like a Japanese woman that's like drinking alone. We're in like Shinjuku, just like drinking alone, like hanging out, doing whatever. And this French guy's like, why is she drinking alone? And I'm like, I don't know, dude. Like, I was like, go and ask her. I don't know. Like, she's just hanging out, having some edamame, drinking alone. I was like, there are thousands of reasons to why she could be drinking alone. Like, who knows?
I mean, also, there's 13 million people in this city. Like,
Yeah.
one person drinking alone is not a weird occurrence.
No, not at all, dude. And people like drinking alone. People, maybe she had a long day, maybe a long week. Maybe after this, she's going.
And also, it's in a
work.
basement, so, like,
yeah.
it's away from...
Oh, no, this was the Shinjuku one, 5th floor.
Oh, okay, you went to a different one. I
Yeah,
see.
so equally away from
not
people, to be
the
fair.
Shibuya one.
No, the Shinjuku one, yeah. But once again, 5th floor. It's like a very thinly lined store. It's just one big like
Right,
line.
yeah.
So it's very sort of cut off from other people as well. And where the location is, like the one that's on the 5th floor, unless you know where you're going, you will not be able to find it.
Where in Shinjuku?
Do you know where Kabukicho Tower is?
Yeah.
The new Shi Tower. So if you walked like the back of the tower, so if what do you call it? What is that?
Like, are you talking about, like, behind the Appa Hotel?
No, other side. So you want to go like
okay.
towards street level, kind of like you're walking towards not Shinjuku, like Shinjuku Station, I think it is.
Yeah.
Well, opposite from like a Kabukicho. So if you're
Yes.
going to there, basically, you walk down the side of that building, you keep going, you cross the road. There's a kebab stand on the corner.
Okay.
You pass that, you keep going down that road, and then to your right, in one of the buildings on the 5th floor, there's a moonwalk bar.
Huh. Okay.
I know, right? It's a place I've only been to.
Is it like one of those ones that you can only access by like a
Elevator?
down
Yes.
a hallway?
Yes.
Yeah,
You go
okay,
down
that
the
makes
hallway, ride the elevator to the 5th floor, and then once
Okay.
you get there, the door is right
I know
there.
exactly what you're talking
Yep.
about.
Dude, goated building. Absolutely fucking sick. But great. It was really fun. I had a very interesting moment with a patron where by the door, this group comes in. They're like, hey, do you have a room for like 5 people? The guy's like, we'll check. We're going to check. So
Yep.
I'm sitting there. I'm facing the door. So I see them coming. I see them talking. One of the girls like looks at me.
Mm-hmm.
And then doesn't like look, glance, look away. Just kind of goes. Just like stares at me. And I'm like, and our eyes meet. So I'm like, oh, this is. And it's a moment of like, you're looking at me with such confidence. You must know me. So I'm like, hey, what's up? Hey. Then I go back to my conversation, and then again, she's like, oh. I was like, oh, that reaction, she doesn't know me. I guess she's just interested in me as a person. Because the reaction wasn't like, oh, it was like, oh my God, he looked back and reacted. And then she like vanished from sight, and then squealing commenced, and then she came back again with another person. And the other person's like staring past her to look at me, and they both vanish again. And I'm like, can you leave me alone? Like, can you fuck off?
Stop being a weirdo.
Like, stop being weird, bro. Like, shit'll get off the pot, dude. Like, you're being weird. Like, approach me and say hi, and we'll go away. I mean, it'll be the quickest hi. It'll be hi, and I'll be like, yeah, go away. Sorry, like, taken. Leave me alone.
I don't know you.
I don't know you like that. But it was very interesting. It was cool. And then they got turned away.
Wait, dude, they were at the door?
Yeah, they was waiting.
Oh, they're coming in. I see.
Yeah, they're
I
coming
thought they're
in.
already at like
Nope.
At a table.
They were just waiting. The guy's like, yeah, we're full. You have to wait like 20 minutes now. Like, oh, and they just vanished. And I was like, yeah, it makes sense, dude. It's Moonwalk Bar. It's fucking popular, dude.
Yeah.
But that was my last, and that was good. Then I got home at like 2 a.m. I wanted to play some Baldur's Gate. I'll get into it. Oh my God, yeah, it was a great game. But sleep was essential. Holy shit. But yeah, how's your week been, dude? How you been?
Work is.
How's work, David?
So okay,
he's a working man. 9 to 5.
I honestly don't know. Well, like I feel like this week is not indicative of what I'll normally be doing.
Yeah.
Because this week was like the happy hour week where I'm working the bar.
You're working the bar,
so,
yeah.
It's not indicative of what usually is gonna happen, but man, like. My social battery after every single day was very like shot because it's like people just come in and they're like, hey, I want my free drink, and I'm like, cool, okay, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And if that was the only thing I had to do, great.
Nice.
But the issue is that like I'm having to talk to people for 6 hours a day, and it's usually nonstop. Because like some people are like, okay, I gotta go to my next class or whatever, and I'm like, cool, and there's like maybe like a 10-minute break, and then someone else will come in and ask me the same 5 questions because their English isn't super fantastic.
Where are you from?
Yeah, where are you from? What do you like? Do you like?
Syrup?
Sure, whatever, right? Yeah. But it's like that for 5 days straight for 6 hours a day, and I'm just like, I need to not see people.
Yeah, I've been there.
So I'm just like,
I need a second of just mental
which is fine.
Space.
Like the actual like tending the bar thing, like that's kind of fun. Like
that's
I like making drinks and doing whatever, right? So like that's okay. And you know, we kind of ended the week pretty good where I had originally thought that when I started it was going to be like we're going to get like a ton of people the first day and then everyone will fuck off.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like, oh, okay, we're freshmen, we're coming in, we're getting the free drink, and then like, oh, we don't actually really speak English, so we're not gonna come back to talk to you. Not so much, because the number of people that came per day was fairly consistent, which is good going forward because that means like people are using the facility and that proves that my job is a necessary function and
that's what you want.
School. So like I don't have to
defend my employment.
I don't have to make myself worth something to the company. They can just go like, oh, okay, people are coming in and they're doing lessons and blah blah blah. So I'm like, yep, cool. Starting next week though, I have to go teach elementary school as well. That's just like what's it called? I volunteered. Maybe this is like a bad idea.
Did you volunteer?
But I volunteered. I'm like, I'll go teach elementary. I'll teach all the classes.
You're insane.
But that gets me out of doing other stuff because I'm not at the place. So there's going to be multiple days where I'm just not there for like 4 or 5 hours. So
that's pretty good.
Then everyone else has to do all the other work. I don't have to do any planning. I just show up to the elementary class lessons, beep, bop, boop, do that. And
as a man who taught elementary for a long time, you picked the correct option.
Yeah,
elementary school will always be the most fun school to teach.
It's weird too because my coworker's like, I don't want to do that, and I'm like,
you guys are idiots.
I'm like, okay, enjoy all your planning for all the other bullshit. I'll just go teach elementary school and have a good time.
It's the sickest day. Or, once again, as a man who taught elementary school, if they paid me like better, I would still be teaching elementary school. It's very fun. It's games and learning, and kids say interesting shit, and the lunches are dank, and everything, and the vibes are generally just like good. Like, even the bad kids aren't that bad because like they're just kids. Like,
I just want to address people that are on YouTube. You might be the only one watching. I'm not sure. I can't see who is watching on YouTube, but I can see your message. Unfortunately, due to multi-streaming, I can't type back into YouTube chat.
Oh, I can. That's why I'm here.
So, okay, good. You can type in YouTube chat then.
Yeah, I got everything up as well. That's why I got my phone here. But yeah, go on. You were saying?
Yeah. So, it's just like, who knows what next week will be.
That's fun though. I kind of like the interesting thing of like every day is gonna be a little bit different.
Every day is gonna be a little bit different. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
We're on Twitch too. Lol. There you go. I'll monitor YouTube then. That's easier.
Okay. Excellent.
But no, that'll be fun. Yeah, that'll be like 100% like super entertaining.
Yep.
Man, I missed that. That's pretty good. Mine's been pretty good. I think my entire week's just been 2 weeks. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, it's fine.
My computer arrived, David.
Yes.
Hi. That's my 2 weeks. Holy fucking shit, dude.
You've just lost time to...
Computer dangerous. Computer fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It arrived, set it up. I think I was messaging you as I was doing it. Mm-hmm. And at one point you were like, enjoy your 3-hour setup. And I was like, you're being so silly. And 3 hours later, I'm like still like typing away, setting shit up, dude.
What's my name? How do I want my stuff set up?
Yeah. The only thing that really stumped me was, I think after the system was completely set up, it was like, hey, I would like to change the language to English for various reasons. I just don't want to do it with like the system in Japanese.
Yeah.
So I go to the language thing. And it's like, oh, it's really easy to change. You just like go to language thing. You say English, please, and it goes cool.
Yeah, we'll switch it to English.
And it's done. So I did that, like set it all up, reset the computer, and like half was in English and half was in Japanese. And I'm like, I know. And
okay.
I'm like, oh, that's not normal. I feel like this is a problem that it happened just so like normally. Mm-hmm. Like I downloaded all the things I needed to download. I set up all the things. I pressed all the buttons, and then it was like, well, you've kind of half done it right. And I was like, I did it so intuitively, and it just didn't work. That this is definitely a problem that more people have had than just me.
Let me Google it.
Quick Google, bro. Scores of answers. Hi, I bought this computer from Japan, and I turned it to English, and it's only in half English. Why? And I found one YouTube video of like 20 like views and like literally 20 views, 20 comments.
Yep.
Perfection. Mm-hmm. And it was like, hey, if you have this exact weird problem, here's the exact ways you fix it. And it's a guy recording like his computer on his phone, and he's just like, bro,
it's one of those like it's not like turn of the century YouTube video.
No,
it's like I don't know how to screen record because I don't have like fraps or whatever you would use to screen record yourself.
I don't know how I'm meant to do this shit, but let me tell you, I'm like, this is a problem I've just solved, and I'm gonna help you solve it.
Right.
And he just walks you through like how to do it, and I was like, if I didn't find this video showing me the exact steps, I would have never thought to do this. It was like, go to the recesses of the options of like the language part of it.
Yeah.
There's a little button, you click it and you go down to English, and then it turns to English. And I was like, but I did that. And it was like, yeah, you did that, but you got to do it again.
Yeah, it's probably like on like there's probably like a display language is English, and then it's like your operating system language is now English.
It was
like,
really
probably
weird.
something like that. Because I know still, even on this one, it'll like sometimes when I install stuff, it'll bring up the installer in Japanese.
In Japanese,
like, you shouldn't be doing that, but I don't have enough patience or care enough to go back and switch it. So
yeah. My only thing was I was gonna leave it, and then I thought to myself, no, wait a minute, we've done this before where we've left it too long, and then it's like 3 years later, and it's like, why does your computer do this? Like, I don't know. I set it up badly, and now this is just like the price I pay for it.
Yep.
And I decided I didn't want to do that. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to like brute force problem, get it solved. So I just solved it instantly. And I'm glad I did, honestly. Like, it's made things just a lot easier, just like playing with the computer. But no, computer, fucking fantastic. Very quiet, which I was worried about. Not overheating yet, which is good. Summer is coming.
Yeah, you say that. Wait till summer when you're like
summer's coming,
sitting in your fucking underpants on your chair because it's so fucking hot, and you're like, I
I'm dying.
Luckily, and you're
AC...
sitting next to a giant turbo heat fan. That is your PC.
How big is your PC? I wonder if mine's the same.
I think yours is probably about the same size.
About the same, a little bigger. Yeah, it's pretty good though. Like the second I got the computer, set it all up, started like messing around with it, playing games and such, instantly realized I was like, this is how games should be played. This makes sense. I get the whole PC master, and I get it. I'm sorry, I get it. I wanted to get Baldur's Gate 3. Wonderful game. Holy, I'm about to dive into this fucking game.
How come? Okay, have you started playing it?
Yeah.
We should play a campaign through together.
Because
I want to play through a campaign because they just put out the final update.
They
patch.
did, yeah.
And I'd started a new game. I got to Act 2, and I think one day I went to go play, and they're like, "Oh, we're putting patch 8 into testing," and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna stop."
and then
I know if I go any farther, I won't want to go back to start with all the new shit. But I've just beat Act 1.
Yeah.
It's not quite deep enough to where I'll feel bad going
back,
and start again. So yeah, I would definitely be down. Just like pick a night,
and we'll play like an hour or two. That sounds really fun.
Yeah,
maybe I'll steal I'll steal the camera, so we have like an actual camera as well. Set it up, and then we'll just like stream it or something. We're really fun on Twitch on like the Totally Fresh page.
You haven't played the game like kind of at all. I mean, obviously you played it a little bit now because if you have it,
I've played it a bunch, but I've not.
But you haven't played with other people.
No, and I've not got past Act 1 yet because
Act 1 is fucking long.
Act 1 is fun.
It's like 20-30 hours.
Yeah. I'm like 16 hours. It's really fun.
But the interesting thing about when you're playing with other people during like dialogue options, when you like listen to into like dialogue, it's initiated by whoever talks to the person first. Is like the conversation initiator, but then other people can like vote on what they want to pick as the dialogue outcome, the dialogue options, right? So I think it's kind of like interesting. I wish they had actually put in like a system where it was like voted on. So where if you're talking to someone, if you have like a party of 4 different people who are playing, then it would just be like, okay, 2 people have picked this option, 1 person has picked this, and 1 person has picked this. 2 people pick this one. You roll a dice, and 1 to 4, whichever you assign them players 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
And the winner,
you roll it. Whoever got the roll, that's the option that you're picking.
That's fun
because I think it would make it fun with like if you were intentionally just kind of like an evil or like a kind of a cheeky character, and you're picking like options that don't necessarily go with the way that everyone else wants to play, and you're just kind of like fucking people.
Personally, that's what I would do. Like, honestly, I think I've only got. Where am I? Okay, I'm not playing the game. I've realized this. I'm not playing the game in a way that other people have played it. It looks like because I've never seen any walkthroughs of the game. I purposely avoided them. Like I've seen nothing about it. I've not been watching anything about it. And if something does come up about it, I ignore it. So my algorithm is very much like clear of Baldur's Gate stuff, apart from when it just came out. So the things I was doing, like, you get to there's a part in the game where you have a choice of like, you can talk to the goblins and try and kill the leaders, or you can do something else and kill other people, or you can go over here and do whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I went that way, and I have so many missions half started. So I went that way.
That is very much like, I feel like Act 1 has a lot of like intertwined missions that you do have to be careful sometimes, because there are missions that will create a critical path.
Yes,
that
I've realized.
If you're like, I don't know, if you're working for the goblins and then you kill all the goblins, obviously whatever quest they had, you can't turn it into a corpse. So it's like, all right, well, so there is things there that, depending on what you do, can lock you in and or out of stuff.
I do plan to kill all the goblins though, because fuck them. Like, just generally fuck them. Like,
I think the most interesting thing about that game is like how many different avenues they present you to solve the same problem.
It's fantastic, yeah. Just a fucking fantastic game.
Or just like things that are a core game mechanic that if you do the right things in Act 1 and you have the right stats, like you wouldn't know this beforehand, right? Like let's say you just happen to make your character a certain way and they get it. Like you can solve the 3-act overarching problem in the first like 15 minutes.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
And it's like, oh,
I'm done.
Okay. But there's still bad shit going on, except now that portion is like not a concern anymore. It's really weird because you kind of feel like unfettered by worrying about it.
Yes, dude. I might do that. It's fucking fun.
And it's interesting because the way I played, like I'm sure you've come across like your fucking brainworm.
The brainworm, yeah, the bastard.
So you can add more brainworms into your brain.
I've been doing that. It's very
powerful,
funny.
Right?
Yeah.
When I played the game, I did not use any of them. The entire game.
Oh, good man.
I didn't use any of them. But what I didn't realize is that doing that in Act 3, there's actual repercussions for not using any of them.
Ooh, fuck.
Like, you get unique dialogue options later on.
That's so cool.
That can actually change a pretty pivotal moment in the 3rd act.
Wow, fuck.
To go a different way.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that going in, right? Like, and there's still shit that I missed because, like, I remember talking to my cousin. He's like, "Oh, hey, did you go to like this person's like house and deal with like this situation?"
Oh,
I'm
is Act 1?
No, it's like in Act 3. But
in that case,
it's from a character you meet in Act 1. Anyway,
continue being vague. But fantastic.
Like,
I like this.
He's like, "Oh, did you go and do this thing and do this fight or whatever?" And I'm like, "That was like, where was this?" Like, he's like, "Have you beat the game?" And I'm like, "Well, I got an ending, yeah."
Yes.
And he's like, "Well, how did you not do that?" And I'm like, "It just never happened."
You know there's that. So Act 1, you're on the way to the Goblin Village, and you pass that. There's that. Sorry, the Goblin Camp. There's that Goblin Village. It's like overthrown by goblins.
Yeah, like the way kind of like to the
yes, there's like ogres there and stuff and yada yada.
Yeah.
So like I walked through that, passed my check. So the goblins were like, "Oh, this guy's chill. We'll let him pass." And I was like, "Oh, cool, excellent. I guess I'll just walk through." So like walked on the village like looting shit, and then I was like, "No, I'm on a mission here. I want to go kill these. I want to go kill these goblins." That was like my main focus. So I went straight. I beeline to the goblin camp. Got in, killed the guards on the goblin camp, walked in, then started like doing missions, talking to people, yada yada yada. And then I tried to kill one of the goblin generals, and they smoked me. And I was like, "Ooh, I'm weak as fuck. I've been killed so completely during this fight. Wow. Okay, cool. I need to grind some XP." So I'm like, "Where's the XP?" So I'm like teleporting around looking for like XP, and I was like, "Do you know what? There was all those fresh goblins in that camp that just let me go by. Guess I'll go fucking kill those guys." So I went back to the camp, killed all the goblins in there. And then I was killing these goblins at the side, and I was like in this building fucking around. I'm like a mage. I'm like a weird like necromancer mage is what I decided.
Are you playing a wizard?
I'm a wizard. Yeah.
Well, are you a wizard or are you a sorcerer?
I'm a wizard. I'm a necromancer.
Oh, okay. I think that's one of the spell schools that they added this patch. Like that.
Oh yeah, that's probably when I started. Then yeah, it's cool as fuck.
Before that,
so like I'm in this cave fucking around with like the ghouls and whatever, and then I unlocked this scroll where I can summon this weird imp.
Yeah.
That was cool as fuck. I should have learnt the scroll instead of just like summoning him. That was my bad because he's dead.
Only wizards can do that too.
Yeah, but he's dead now, so that sucks. Well, I mean, Shogun, I can't be helped. Got through the magic. For those who do not know, this is very much like base Act-1 stuff.
For no one who plays Baldur's Gate, this sounds like fucking gibberish.
It's so dumb. There's so much. But anyway, I won't go too into the details then. So I find like the Necromancer book hours into the game.
Oh, the one that has like the fucking skull on the front with the open mouth or whatever.
Beat up the giant spiders in the well to like unlock the book or yada.
Yeah.
Bro, I get the book and I'm like, they're like, "Oh, you can't open it. You're fucking idiot." And I was like, "Well, that sucks. I guess I'll just look for more XP then." So I put it back. I'm grinding still, and then like I'm just like clicking things and fucking around, and like I go to the well and it's like, "Oh shit, there's some stuff down here," and I'm like, "Okay, cool. Guess I'll explore this well." Guys, I have arachnophobia. I do not like.
You met the giant spider.
Ooh! Did I meet the giant spider, David? I go down this fucking well, and there are webs, and instantly I'm like, I think it's time to flee. But I need XP. I Jordan need to run away. This is scary. But my character, I named him Jam.
Jam. Okay.
Like the condiment.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it was funny. So I named him Jam. My boy Jam needs the XP.
Mm-hmm.
We got wizards to do, you know. We got spells to cast.
Yep.
So I bravely go in this cave and automatically I'm fucking pissed because I got poison up the fucking ass. I'm getting shot with webs and shit. You kill the drones, you kill the guards, everything's cool. But then you see the big spider, and I was like, yo, this fucking. Because when you walk into a certain area, and you know you're in for some shit because the game auto saves. And then I have PTSD of that.
It's just like, prepare your anus, buddy.
Prepare yourself, bro.
See, here it comes.
Like
yeah.
I took a left turn.
You'll start to press F5 every like 20 seconds because you're like, I need to quick save it over
just
and over
and over and over and over.
You know, like people be like, oh, don't save scum, but it's like,
fuck you, dude.
It's not save scum. It's saving my time. Like,
yeah.
If I wanted to play honor mode, I'll play honor mode. Okay.
Cause there was a thing in the game where I think the first time I went to the Goblin encampment, the last time I'd saved the game was, I think when I was at the village, just after the village mount part, and I go to the encampment. I didn't save him, just fucking around doing whatever. And the game's like, oh, heard you like getting your shit pushed in from various angles because it looks like you've not rested or healed and you're walking into straight conflict. Well then, conflict you will get. And they fucking wrecked me. And I was like, oh, it's fine. I'll load an autosave. And I'm like, oh, lost autosave from half an hour ago. I'm like, for fuck's sake.
Yep.
Half an hour of gameplay just...
Mm-hmm.
But then it's a testament to the game that it's half an hour of gameplay that I have to do again. And I'm not like, fuck. I'm like, all right, let's go.
Right.
Let's go. It's a grand game. Mm-hmm. What a fucking fantastic game, honestly.
It's great. We should play.
We'll play. I'm really down for it. Did you fight the old lady?
The one that turns into a witch? Yeah.
I clocked she was a witch automatically because she was like, oh, give me your eye and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I give you my eye? What the fuck?
I just want your eye.
No. So, oh, give me your eye. And then like I was like, bitch, no, you're being stupid now. And she's like, oh, that's fine. Come back if you like want to give me your eye. And I was like, I'm gonna rob your house.
I knew she was a witch because she was Irish.
That's right, she's Irish. I didn't even think about that. You're right. Holy shit.
It's the only one with an Irish accent. I'm like, you don't belong here. There's something wrong. Everyone else British. You not so much.
Hold on a minute. It's coming together now. Did you work out straight away she was a witch, or did you click her weird fireplace, realize it's an illusion, and then battles began?
No, so like originally, because you can meet her in the town, right?
That's like, where I met her, yeah.
But when you find her in the overworld in her like hut or whatever, I went in the back door of her hut. Like I found the key and like opened it up, and I came in, and she's like, how the fuck did you get in the back door? And I'm like, oh, whoops, sorry.
Yeah, key, yeah.
But then she has like the lady there who's like, I can't eat any more pie. And she's like, shut up and eat more pie, you dirty whore.
Like, I thought you guys were Irish. Now you're American. Yeah. What's going on?
At that point where she's like, you need to eat more pie because you need to get fat. And I'm like, oh, that bitch gonna eat you.
Yeah, it's some Hansel and Gretel shit.
Yeah,
you're being
exactly
stupid.
What I
legitly, yeah. Like, you're being silly. So she's like, you're eating for two. And I was like, suspicious.
Yeah.
Suspicious. Mm-hmm. I automatically touched the fireplace. Like I went in, beelined for it, and it was like, oh, do you want to use the fireplace? And I was like, how interesting. Pressed X, illusions broken. I'm in a fucking hell house. Goblins and gnomes are coming out. It's a terrifying witch ahead of me, and I'm like, bro, I just wanted some pie.
Oh, the fucking what are they called? Red caps. The fucking evil combat gnomes.
They're fun.
Yeah, they're fuckers.
I realized because I'm a wizard. I found this spell in the overworld, and it's become my favorite spell of all time. Mm-hmm. The spell is you can summon a giant fuck off fireball in the overworld.
Oh, what is it? The rolling fire.
Yeah, the rolling fireball.
I forget what the fuck it's called.
I forget what it's called, but I've named mine John. And John is a man about business, because if those who have played the game, like you summon this fireball, okay, and it's a big like molten rock that you can summon somewhere on the map during like turn-based combat. And the funny thing is, you then have a completely separate turn playing as the fireball, where you can roll around and ram people, and if you just cozy up to someone, they just start taking fire damage, and that's
flaming sphere.
Flaming sphere.
That's what it's called. Yeah.
So the funniest thing is, so what you do is you summon the fireball near like the strongest opponent. You go, haha, And the strong opponent goes, well, this is annoying. You're ramming me for some damage. This is kind of irritating, but it's not the end of the world. It's not like I'm toasty. I'm toasting. I'm not dead yet. Then what you do is you go, guys, prepare the grease.
You throw grease at them. Yeah.
So what I did, obviously, as a gamer, David, I brought over my retirement grease from Elden Ring over to. So
weird how it transferred like that. I don't know.
But I have a magic spell that's just listed as retirement grease, where I summon a shit ton of grease on my opponent, and you fuse that with the fireball. Big explosions, very very fun.
Oh, I think you'll like when you get to spells like Wall of Fire.
I want these, dude.
Which is a 5 foot wide, 60 foot long castable wall of fire that burns on casting, and then anytime you're in or pass through the wall, you also burn.
I love that.
It becomes like it's more like a laser beam almost.
Yeah.
Because you'll get into a fight, and hopefully you go first as the wizard.
Yeah.
And you'll just they'll be like, they're all set up. Usually, if you're fighting someone, they're like kind of grouped together because they'll be talking or whatever, right? And you just go and draw the line through all 8 people, and they just go and explode. Yeah,
dude, I swear to God, if you play games and you have the ability to play Baldur's Gate, I'm telling you, it is better than I thought it would be, and I thought it would be pretty good. It might be. Did it win Game of the Year?
Yeah.
That's okay. It makes sense. It's completely understandable. It is one of the best games I've played in a long time. It's so much fun, and it's fun in a way that like you can kind of do everything. So the first hour of the game is a lot of like, oh my God, there's so many things to touch. I don't understand the buttons or whatever. And then second, it becomes very intuitive after a while, and you're like, okay, cool. I'm locked in, and it's just like the most fun game.
They added a lot of stuff too in patch 8 that has been like quality of life things that people have wanted forever. So because you haven't played before, you wouldn't know this. But sometimes when you're running around and it says like, oh, I found something, right? And it was like,
yeah.
Before, it never highlighted it anywhere. So sometimes you'd run around and you'd go, I found something, and you'd be like, where is it?
Yeah.
So if it's like a big thing, like a patch of dirt that you can dig up with the shovel,
yeah,
usually that's pretty visible. But imagine you're in a dungeon with shitloads of items, and it goes, I found something, and it's a ring.
Oh, fuck off! Impossible.
It's or like a tiny wall switch.
Oh yeah, a little button somewhere.
Yeah,
oh, dude, fuck that. That'd be awful.
Now it actually pings where it is.
That's
so
good.
You can see it.
That's good.
But before it did not do that. So you'd be like, I have no fucking idea where this thing I found was. I know I found it, so I'll stop moving and just spin my camera and move my mouse all over until I can find it.
You're taking one step forward, holding X to expand the little search zone, doing it again. So, now I gotta actually find the thing.
Yeah. So like that change, people were like, oh my God. Like, this changes the entire game, because I know for me personally, I have 100% missed some shit that my character's been like, oh, what's that? And I'm like, I have no idea where it was. I don't know what it was.
Do you know, I think there's I could talk this up for a long time, but there are parts in this game where I think I watched, because I'm on a certain part of Act 1 where I'm like, okay, cool, I know how Act 1 is going to finish. I've played far enough that all the options are available to me. So I was watching this walkthrough, but this guy decided he was going to be like a weird gnome, and his whole power was me like fucking with people's like mentality or whatever, like illusionary magic stuff.
Magic, yeah.
Hilarious.
Those kind of characters can be fun.
They're really funny, yeah. I'm looking at how many characters are. This game is the replayability of this game is actually scary.
Especially now, they gave every single class another subclass,
yeah,
on top of the 3 that they already had before. And then like not even that, because like wizards and clerics have like, you pick their like focus, like their spell domain.
Yep.
And they already had like 6 or 7, and now they have 1 more.
It's really cool. I've not done this game the entire time. Looted people. I've not stolen any.
What? How?
I've not stolen anything yet. Oh, sorry. I've looted corpses.
Okay.
I've not.
There's no way you've not looted a corpse.
Sorry. I've looted tons of corpses. Forgive me. I've yet to steal something from anyone. Just because there was so much going on, I didn't really play too much with like the rogue vampire dude to work out exactly how.
You can. There is some. Sometimes it is useful to do, but there might be ways to kind of like sequence break things. Yeah. Where like, okay, I need to get into this building, but I don't have the key, but I would normally get the key for finishing this quest, but instead I just stole it from this guy, and now I have it, right? So like you can kind of sequence break things like that.
I got a spell that basically opens doors.
Knock, yeah.
Yeah. So there was one point where I think there's a part of the game where you're meant to enter a cave from a certain place, and there's all these like animal totems or whatever, and they shoot you or yada yada yada.
Oh, you're talking about the underground temple area.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah.
Yep.
I just walked through the back door. So I was in the little cave thing the druids were, and there was like
there's about 5 different ways to get into that underground area.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like the amount of ways you can do things in this game, it is like wow, my brain. Designing a game so good that while playing the game, I'm like, man, designing this game must have been crazy. That's crazy. I've never played a game and thought, wow, the developers must have had an insane time developing this game. Like,
yeah, because they would have to literally sit there and think of like, okay, well, what if the player does this?
Yes.
What if they do this? Right? Because like, there's someone like legit skipped most of Act 3 by stacking boxes.
Jesus.
So like they stacked boxes to like a 150-foot tall fucking tower.
Yeah.
They got on top of the tower and then they shot a like relocation arrow. What it does is when it hits the ground, you teleport to where the arrow is. So they like got it to where they were high enough that they could shoot it onto like the ramparts of a castle and just like skip the entire act of getting into the castle. Like it's just like bloop. Okay, now I'm on the roof.
Can you still do that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It just lets you do that. I mean, it takes you forever to grab all the boxes, but you can 100% do that if you really, really want to.
But I love stuff like that. I love games that kind of let me do whatever I want, like when I'm playing the game. Super, super fun. Honestly.
I just love that, like, they let you approach almost every situation in a way that is logical.
Yeah.
But also the outcome of the events is also logical.
Yes. Which I really enjoy.
And sometimes there's like interesting things that crop up like later in the game to like an like this doesn't actually happen, right? But it's like, okay, I killed someone in Act 1 and they had like a son or something, right?
Yeah.
And then it'll just be like randomly in Act 3 someone shows up and is like, hey, you killed my dad, and you're like, holy shit, like I did not expect that to happen. And he's just like some random dude you met, like he's not even like a named cool guy. It's like, do you remember the guy that you killed on the road going to this place?
And you're like,
and
no.
Like, you're thinking you're like, oh, from like 40 fucking hours ago? He's like, yeah, now I'm here to get revenge for my dad. And you're like, what the shit?
Dude, I love stuff like that. What a just a fantastically well-made game, honestly. I could talk about it for hours. I'm not gonna harp on too much longer, but what a game, honestly.
So what else have you been doing with that computer?
Downloaded all my editing software. Been messing with it because like the real reason I bought it wasn't to play games. It's mostly to like edit video.
How's that been?
Oh, fantastic. Oh my god, dude, yes.
I bet the render time is real quick.
Oh, it's real quick. It's really good. So I'm editing one last video on my Mac because I've already done like half the edit.
Finished it, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck around like trying to import all my stuff from one place to another. So I'm just going to finish the edit on my Mac and then go to my computer and then finish edit and then start the new edits there. So going from the Mac to the computer is hilarious. Because I'm like, dude, this Mac is barely holding on. And you go back to it and I'm like, how did I edit anything on this? Like at all. It is astonishing, honestly. There's one point where, like, a couple months ago now, I was editing something. The entire computer just went black. Entire thing, like, no, the screen went red, sorry.
That's not good.
It was not good. The entire screen just went red.
Blue is bad, but
I don't know what red
I don't know what red means.
I don't know what red means. It just, like, went completely red, and then I was like, oh, well, that's my computer dead. Like, it's done. Like, we're finished here. And then it logged back. Then it's like went to the login screen, logged back in. All my stuff was still there. Nothing was like fucked up. But that was kind of scarier. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I don't know what. Like again, it's a Mac, so I don't know what their error screens look like.
I have
but
no
I
idea.
don't imagine that a red screen is good on anything.
I assume red is dead. So red is like, hey, you've got maybe 6 months left.
Red to me signals, hey, this is gonna explode.
Oh yeah, if a timer started playing, I would throw that shit from my balcony window. Like there's no fucking way having in the house.
Like fucking Die Hard.
Oh, dude, yeah. If a guy pops up my screen and starts giving me secret missions, that shit's going out of the window, dude. I'm not getting involved. But it was like that was my big signs to start like buying an actual computer, which is why like I finally like bought like the actual like brick and mortar massive computer. But no, that's kind of what I did. A lot of editing basically. Editing computer stuff, getting things like transferred over. My kind of thing now is like I'm kind of thinking about what other games I should maybe play.
Ooh.
Or like for those who do editing on the computer, I would love to hear some ways you guys make editing easier. I've been editing on a Mac for a long time, so like give me like your advice. How do you edit on your PC? What programs do you use? What systems do you use? What tricks have you worked out to make editing just quicker? That I would love to know because every time I Google it, David, I swear to fucking God. So there's one guy I really like, and I watch all his videos about like DaVinci Resolve editing, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
But because I watch him all the time, there are certain videos I watch of his for like tricks and hacks and how to do certain things. But to learn like new skills, just learn like basic, how do you do X, Y, and Z on a computer? There are guys that have like 12-hour videos, like 3-hour videos.
That's excessive.
I was at the office on Thursday, and I wanted to find like a nice little video just about like editing on computers, and I watch it while I'm working passively, blah blah blah. And what I found was like it was like a 2-hour video, and it was like an entry guide to editing on DaVinci Pro on computers, and I was like, this shouldn't be 2 hours long. Are you starting at like how to open DaVinci? Is that where you're starting? Like I don't get it. But I watched like 10 minutes of it, and I was like, this isn't DaVinci for beginners. This is like DaVinci if you're basically brain dead and you don't know what a mouse is. Like the guy was being like, first grab your mouse, and I'm like, He's like, make sure you double click on DaVinci to get it open. I was like, are you telling
that? Okay, yeah, like I mean,
right?
Okay, yeah,
right?
Like how much do you really need to do like that hyper basic shit?
I think that sort of video was really geared into like the hyper basic. It is my first time using a computer
I've
ever.
never used a computer.
Yeah, I think it was like that
stuff. Yeah.
It was a lot though, honestly. Fuck, but it was fun. It was I got a lot to learn still, but yeah, that's kind of how my entire week's been with the computer. Nothing too crazy. Works really well, but yeah, that's kind of it for me, dude.
I was just thinking, like, what? Why?
Go on.
Why did you buy Baldur's Gate? Like, I just kind of like for me as like a personal curiosity, I just wonder like why was that the one you went to immediately?
I actually did Dragon Ball Z Sparking first.
Oh yeah, you said you'd bought that as well.
I did Sparking first because it was on my list for a while, and I wanted to test the computer out because for those who know what computers are, we're the same. I'm right there with you. I don't know what specs I've got. Dave was helping me buy it. It's future-proof. Apparently, it's really good. So I grabbed this computer, and the first thing I thought was, I should test out it can do the things I've bought it to do. So I downloaded, like, Marvel Snap.
Okay, yeah.
Just to make sure.
Marvel Snap will...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can put it on my phone, so if I can't play it on my computer, we've got big problems, massive problems.
Yeah.
Boot it up, works fine, play the game, cool, sick. Next step. Let's do Sparking. I wanted to play it. Game's pretty good. Game runs really well if your computer can run it. So I downloaded, give it a go. Once again, fucking smooth. My God, dude, what a computer. But then I was like, I need to download something meaty. Something that's just going to test this computer out. Something's really going to drag it. And I thought, what do I have on my Steam wish list? And I wanted to play remember I was saying I want to play an RPG?
Yeah.
And I was like, this is very simple. This is very RPG-ish.
Oh, it is like the most RPG-ass RPG you could probably get.
Right. It is scratching every itch. That was good. And it was on sale for 6,000 yen.
Is it on sale right now?
It went down.
I bet you it's probably on sale because they dropped patch 8 or whatever, right? So they're just like,
perfect time.
Yeah, if you're going to get it for... And I mean, games are expensive in Japan. Yeah,
how much is it? 6,000, right?
6,700.
Yeah, it's 6,000.
So normally it's 8.4, which is a lot, but you know what? It's one of the games where I'm like,
I'll pay.
I am completely 100,000%.
Yeah, I'll pay.
Like, I'll pay 8,000.
I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it. I wouldn't pay 8,000 for like Wilds. I don't know. I wouldn't. But Baldur's Gate, I pay 8,000 for it. Paying 6 and after playing for a couple hours, I was like, yeah, I would pay for this, like easily, no worries.
Yep.
But yeah, it was half to like test system, make sure things can like run, operate, and then also I just always wanted to play Baldur's Gate. Yeah, so I grabbed it.
There you go.
That was good. 100%.
Well, this has been the Baldur's Gate hour.
I'm really sorry. I didn't think I would.
Hey, I don't really have anything specific to talk about this week, so that is perfectly okay for me because it's also been on my brain about wanting to play it.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I knew I was going to harp on about it, but now that I actually have the computer, there is actually certain things I want to do with it. Like, we got these cameras a while back when we were working with Tokyo. My brain
You're going to say Weekender. It's not Tokyo Weekender. It's Tokyo Beat.
Thank you. We were working with Tokyo Beat as within the network. So we both got like a camera each. So I was thinking maybe I'll take the camera home. Then I'll do like streaming with the camera from like my house. That way we can like Twitch together. That'll be fun. So I think a little while ago I was talking about also playing like Monster Hunter Wilds together, playing all these games online with this.
Wilds will not run on this PC. I need a couple paychecks under my belt to upgrade this.
That's fine. We'll do Baldur's Gate first in this.
Baldur's Gate's gonna be a long ass game.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, so I was thinking like there's definitely things that I know the community was like, it would be cool if you did this stuff. And for the longest time I was like, yeah, that would be cool, but I don't have any way of doing those things. Yeah, exactly. So now that I do, I'm definitely gonna like start reaching out to see how I can do those things and how we can play them together. So
I mean, most stuff that's multiplayer now is like super easy. It's just like just hop in and
literally. So it's fun. I'm pretty excited to play that. Like,
Baldur's Gate would be good. Marvel Rivals.
I've downloaded Rivals. I've yet to turn it on.
We could play it tonight if you really wanted to.
I might give it a round. I've not turned it on yet because Baldur's Gate has wrecked my social life.
I definitely couldn't. Well, I don't know. If we were playing Baldur's Gate, it's gonna take me a hot minute to download because that game is big.
It's so big.
Like
my God,
how many? 144 gigs.
Yeah, it was.
So that takes a hot minute to download. But
I set it to download and then I went for dinner. like I left the house.
30% downloaded.
Yeah, dude, it was so. It's a massive game.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But I mean, it's every single person has a like voiced dialogue.
Yeah.
So like that kind of stuff takes
the animals have fucking voice dialogue. It's crazy.
It's like
it's insane.
Yeah.
What a game. No, I'm not gonna hop on. But yeah, it is. I get why it's so big. But yeah, we'll play tonight. There's definitely more things I want to download and like play and like mess with. I've barely scratched like the surface of this computer basically.
Yep. And it'll be especially nice like if you and me are streaming together because Twitch has added that functionality of doing a duo stream between two
that would be good. Fuck yeah.
Things. I'd have to look into exactly how it works. But it does have like they have like a built-in specific thing to
like stream
together. Yeah,
that'd
like cool. It does like a weird like kind of like split screen thing where like it puts both of your streams in one like viewing window so you can see both of them at the same time.
That's cool.
Which is kind of neat.
Maybe I'll set up my Twitch tonight or tomorrow or something, so I have it set up. Then that'll be good.
Yeah, we don't need to do any of that stuff tonight.
No. This is like
you have to set up OBS and all this other BS. And get that running properly.
This is like a things to do before the end of April type, and then from May. So I've got like a weird a weird timeline of things that need to be done by certain dates. The timeline got pushed back like a month because March was absolutely disgusting with taxes and stuff. But April, there are certain videos that need to go out on like the main channel. And then May, I think there's like 5 videos to go out.
5? Wow, okay.
Because one got pushed and it's edited. It needs like the final edit. So that's going to be out like last week, April, first week in May. There's one going out either this week or next week, depending if like the final edit's done. And then it just goes on for like that basically for like a long time. There's just a ton of stuff going out on the weeks. So my entire schedule's basically been like it'll be I'm trying to remember how it goes. Monday, write a script. Tuesday, film the video. Wednesday, do the hard cuts. Thursday, I'm in the office. And then Friday, I try to finish the bulk of the video. Yeah. And then Saturday, it's like, okay, now let's try to clean it up. And then we'll try to get it up on Sunday night, if not by like Sunday afternoon. And that's kind of like the 5 days of like getting a video like edited and like made or whatever. It's insanely long when you're doing like talking head, fun, interesting videos. But yeah, it's annoying as well. I still want an editor. Like I would still like really like someone just to come in and like do like if I did the hard cuts, they did like the rest of the video. Problem is, David, every fucking time someone messages me about editing my videos, you know from the get-go, you're like, you just want money. And that's fine, I get it. But like the way they are offering their services doesn't make sense. I got a message a week ago. Guy's like, hey, I saw your tweet from like 6 months ago or whatever, how long ago it was, that you were looking for an editor. And I was like, I indeed was. And then I found one and I got him to edit a video and he wasn't that good. So not that good. He's editing in the style that's his style, that he has templates and setups for. And that's perfectly okay. But he's not editing in the style I've asked him to edit in. And I go to the guy, do you have a portfolio? He's like, yeah. I was like, cool, let me see it. I was like, cool, give me your price list. He goes, oh, what pricing did you want? I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean? I've done this before. This is really weird. I was like, give me your price list. So what pricing do you want? I was like, well, free. Free would be great.
Yeah.
Will you do it for exposure? Can I give you a firm handshake and a Twix bar and we'll call it a day? He's like, haha. And I'm like, you're laughing like I'm joking. So once again, what is your like...
Yeah, what do you want to charge me?
What do you charge? You have the skill. What's your rate? And I get it. People are like, oh, you know, people who are just in the industry, maybe they don't know their rates and yada, yada, yada. Do your research. Work it out. Because there are people in like the influencer industry, or any industry. When you are a freelancer, when you are out for yourself, when there's no one to back up the work you are doing, you have to do the market research yourself to work out how much you charge for X service. For like when people like previews come to me directly and they're like, hey, Jordan, Afro in Japan, Instagram dude, we want this thing. I don't know, we want several reels, and now these reels, we want this many to be on your profile, this many we want to take them for like secondary use, and we're going to use them for like blah, blah, blah. How much do you charge to make them? Right. And I'll give them a number and they'll be like, wow, what a number. And I'm like, you're asking for an editor, a model, a director, someone to write the scripts, do the content, spend 3 days in your prefecture making it. Like,
right. Yeah.
You think you're asking for a good time. You're like, oh, just come hang out and just magic these reels up. You're asking me to give you 2 days of focus on your prefecture, followed by X amount of time of edits and voiceovers and retakes and yada, 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 and corrections, blah, blah. It costs time and money. That's how much it costs. And when you break it down, they go, oh, makes sense. Cool. We'll pay that. No worries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I talk to people in my industry, in this industry, who are editors, whatever, and I go, how much are you asking for? You know, what is your level of skill? And they go, how much do you charge? How much do you want to pay? I don't know.
You shouldn't be asking how much I want to pay.
Because I don't want to pay.
I don't want to pay.
That's the whole point. I don't want to pay, but I need. It's every time every person I talk to does this, and I'm like, you can't be doing this, like, because the conversation, I just ignored him from that. He's mentioned like 3 more times, like, so do you still want to work together? I'm like, how? You don't know what you're doing. Like, the portfolio you send me isn't the style I want either way. You're telling me you can do it. Like, it gets very frustrating. Yeah. I've kind of just given up, and I'm like, I'm just gonna do it myself. Like, fuck it.
I mean, of course. Like, why wouldn't you at that point?
Yeah, I was like, it's not worth it.
It's just annoying if you don't, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's definitely editors out there who I'm like, I've seen their work, and I'm like, okay, you can edit how I want you to edit, but you charge a lot, and I'm not making money off the videos I'm making yet enough to be like, hey, it's worth, like, you know what I mean? So the time being, I'm just like, I'm just gonna edit myself for a while, and then, which is also why I say most of your favorite influencers are probably rich from the get-go, because in order to create content, you need the money to create the content. To edit the content, if you don't have the time or the money to edit the content, you need to pay someone to edit the content. It's like a lot of the creators you know and love, like a lot of them have that background of like coming from money or like coming from like something, because that time and freedom and money to like just create your own brand is just it's so valuable, so invaluable, honestly. But anyway, I digress. Anyway.
We'll come in hot, I think, next week. Maybe we should have.
I have some topics. I have two big ones that I want to discuss next week. There's one about there was a recent court case with AI where someone made a deep fake in Japan and they got arrested for it.
Oh, okay.
So that is like something I need to bring. I literally need to do more research on it. I think the court case just started like last week.
What kind of deep fake are we talking? Like,
naked. Straight up porn.
Okay.
There was a very recently someone did like straight up porn
of someone in like on purpose maliciously,
maliciously, and they also like distribute it
with the intent to hurt their image or whatever, right? Okay,
You're fucked. Japan hates that shit. You're done. Yeah. So that came out.
So not just production. It's like my intent is to fuck with you.
Yeah. I'm doing the research now because I'm gonna make like a longer form YouTube video on it, but it's also a very good like a podcast topic. Mm-hmm. So that, and also because you and me are very close to getting PR.
Yes.
Oh, permanent residency.
I didn't think about it until you'd sent me that stuff the other week.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
it's right there.
We can be PR in 2 years.
In 2 years.
Not even 26.
26.
Next year.
Next year we're PR.
Next year, March.
Mark? Yeah.
Mark, yes. Next year, Mark, we're going to be permanent residents.
Thanks for listening, Mark. Valued listener. Yeah. Next year, March, we basically can start applying for permanent residency. Mm-hmm. I think it takes like 6 months to a year to get, and then you've got it.
Yep. And then you don't have to. Well, I mean, you do have to renew it, but like your situation is.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah. You're not on the same level as a citizen, but you are like the next rung down.
Yeah. Very quick before I dive into PR, the way to get PR and stuff. I have friends here who've been living here for 15, 16, 17 years. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they don't have PR.
Why?
So.
Just never applied.
Yeah. I've realized people don't understand the value of permanent residency. I've realized recently this is a big thing where, so for me, I was like, I can't wait
to get PR.
To get permanent residency, to get PR. I can't wait to get permanent residency. A couple of weeks ago, I was talking about it, well, months ago now. I was talking about it, and I was like, I'm really excited to get permanent residency because everything becomes so much easier. Mm-hmm. And the comments I was getting from people were, nothing changes. Everything changes. For those who don't know, right now, if you're living in Japan and you've lived here for less than 10 years and you don't qualify for the weird point system thing they have now,
which
is,
like
it's crazy.
The point system is dog shit. It's so bad because it doesn't. The amount of points per thing seems like fucking arbitrary for some stuff.
It is
so weird. It's like, I make like $1,000 more.
15 points.
15 points as opposed to 0.
Yeah.
Why?
It's also depending on your age. So you're under 20.
The older you get, the worse it is. Which is like, why? What?
Fuck you. I don't know, dude. It's stupid. But if you don't qualify the point system, you're going to be here for like 10 years.
10 years.
It's perfectly okay.
Get spousal.
Or get
whatever.
Yeah, but that's different. Well, spouse visa and permanent residency, very different.
No. But I'm saying once you get a spousal visa, if you hold that spousal visa for a certain amount of time, then it makes you eligible for applying for PR.
Yes.
On top of like
whatever
it depends on when you get married. If you move here 1 year, get married year 2, then you can get PR in
year 3 to 6, whatever. Yeah,
6.
Yeah,
right. So you don't have to wait the extra 4 years till you live here for 10 years.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So
exactly.
But like you probably shouldn't be coming to Japan being like, my goal is to get married so I can get permanent residency.
Really
like,
creepy.
That seems
really
fucking weird.
Yeah.
You probably shouldn't do that. But it can be a fast track if
that's what you're.
If things pan out for you in the nicest way I can possibly say that, and you're not a scumbag, great.
Yeah, I personally wouldn't do that just because you want to have that base of like work.
Well, the reason why you shouldn't do that is basically because I move here year 1, I get married year 1. Mm-hmm. Now, instead of being beholden to my job and a company which I can.
Yep.
Which I can. If you can check yourself, you could probably hold a job for at least 10 years.
Yeah,
like if you're not like an insane person, right? Yeah. But if you now are married, then it's like, okay, now my status is completely tied to a person, and if that person decides I'm a jack off,
you're done.
Then it's like, okay, now I have to reset all my shit, and that's not great.
This is the entire point. Like, I think even if I got married tomorrow, I wouldn't change my visa to a spouse visa. I would keep the visa I have and go straight from my visa to permanent residency. Just because it's easier.
In your case, it would make sense because you're going to be able to get
next
the
year,
PR
baby.
in a year as opposed to 3.
Yeah.
Whereas if it was someone else and they were fresh and they got married and then they can fast track it, then it makes much more sense.
No, yeah, it does. It does. So my point is, like, so when people are talking about why PR is so important to get, I think when you're in Japan for like 10 years or whatever, it's because when you have a visa that's tied into your job, if you quit your job, you now go from the visa I've got to weird base visa where you have 3 to 6 months to do X, Y, and Z. And if you don't
find
do
another
it,
job,
whatever. It's a whole thing where like the time starts ticking. It doesn't matter how much money you have saved, just time starts ticking. It gets annoying, gets stupid. Spousal visa, not really similar. You have more leeway there, but instead of being tied into the job, once again, it's tied into the person. PR, you are now your own person in the country, in a sense. You can do whatever you want. There's no government being like, hey, are you still working? No one talks to you anymore.
Yeah, they don't need to check you because you're
a permanent resident. You're paying your tax, you're living your life, you're vibing. They're like, cool. You've done it for 10 years successfully. You're going to be fine. Continue. So I could get PR tomorrow, quit my job the day after that. Nothing would change. It wouldn't affect my status in the least. I could quit tomorrow, decide, fuck it. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to teach part-time in a school for 3 days a week, 2 days a week or whatever, just enough money to pay my rent and like live. And then I'll use the rest of my time working in a cafe. It's fine.
Yeah.
The rest of the time,
you can hold multiple jobs because you don't need the visa from a job.
Doesn't matter.
So you can just do whatever, right?
You can do 3 days a week here, 2 days a week somewhere else. I'm gonna stay home on Mondays so I can play Baldur's Gate all day. Spend the rest of my week doing 3 days in a school, 2 days in a hostel, whatever you want. And I think that's fabulous. That is how I enjoy working, especially in Japan. Like being tied down to one company with that looming threat over your head of if you leave, you're fucked. Like it's not a good way to work, and it's what like a lot of English teaching companies use to keep their teachers.
It becomes in the role. Like it becomes a not a bargaining chip, but like more of like a veiled threat.
It's
of
a veiled
like,
threat. Yeah.
If you don't stay in line, then you don't get to party's
live
over,
here.
right?
Yeah, we're gonna like fire you, or we're gonna like do something. We're not gonna renew your contract.
And not even that. It could be too like it could be something even way more insidious, right? Because like, okay, imagine a situation, right? You're getting in at the start of the school year, so your visa has been approved for you to start in March. Okay, you work an entire year.
Yep.
And you do the no, whatever that is, you get fired, whatever, it doesn't matter, right? Your job is ending, right? The company could be really, really vindictive assholes and be like, your contract ends, I don't know, let's say February 29th. Your visa ends March 1st.
Fuck, dude.
And now it's like, oh, fuck, what do you do? Because tomorrow, your visa's over. So, like, you have options of, like, okay, well, I don't go to work, and then what do they do me there? Also, I need to renew this visa, but I can't really renew the visa because I don't have the backing of a company.
Yep.
So, what can you do?
You're kind of fucked.
You're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
You could theoretically reapply for the visa, a working visa. That will give you 2 months.
Yes.
But if you don't find a job within that 2 months that'll sponsor your visa, you are fucked. You are going to get deported.
And especially during that time where there was that weird, like, quiet hiring freeze. Remember that? That was awful. During that time, like, you could not find a job.
It's still bad.
It's still bad, yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why there's that fucking meme of, like, the HR lady. She's like, boy, I love getting applicants, but I sure would never hire one.
Sure would never hire one.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
But like you understand, like if the company thinks you're being a dickhead and they want it to be vindictive, they could 100% do that to you. And it's happened to one of my friends. And I don't think it was like intentionally malicious. It just happened to be
very
bad things, but like he didn't do anything. It just his contract ended, and they're like, okay, well, you're not working here anymore. We're not sponsoring a visa, and it's like, oh, well, my job ends at the same time my visa expires. The fuck do I do?
Yeah.
So like, that happened, right? So if the company wants to do that, it could.
It can, yeah.
So you're better off knowing that, like, I don't really need you to sponsor me in the country, and permanent residency is going to do that, or spousal is going to do that, and you don't have to worry about it. And it just makes your life easier to be like, oh, nothing changes. It's like, no, you're unfettered by
so good
having to worry about who you work under. You're unfettered by what jobs you can do because it doesn't matter. You're basically free to do what a normal Japanese person would do outside of getting the privilege to vote. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong,
go on,
if you become a permanent resident, you can vote in municipal elections.
Oh, I think you might be able to. I'll look it up.
You can't vote in the federal ones.
No.
The big boy ones.
But you can
vote for your city mayor and like other people in your ward area.
So. It's even,
I'm almost positive.
I'll look it up.
You can also run for office as well.
Yes, you can. There's a guy who ran for office in,
I think it's in Kyoto, right?
Yep. Brazilian guy, was it? No, Mexican. I forget.
I don't remember specifically, but
there was like a foreign, like a office main dude thing. Yeah, it's super interesting. I don't know. It's one of those things where I think people have somehow conflated like permanent residency to like normal visa status and not realize it is very much like an accelerated move. It's a must when living in Japan, especially if you're gonna be here long term. Like, what the fuck?
Then you don't have to worry about it. Like, but that's the thing, right? Yeah. Like, a visa will expire. If I want to be like, I'm gonna move back home for like 3 years.
Oh yeah.
I can just do that.
Also, that's the one big thing that I really hate. Like, whenever I want to leave Japan to, like, I don't know, go to the UK before I come back, I'm always gonna be like, oh, my job, I gotta worry about this nonsense.
My visa is gonna expire because I'm out of the country for X amount of time. Because like even on like a year-long visa, if you leave for an extended period of time,
they cancel your visa.
Yeah.
Like, you're not here,
but with PR, you don't have to worry about that. So it's like, okay, well, why would you not want PR then?
You get it. You go back.
You so much more freedom.
So much freedom. Fuck. So
and you've already been here fucking 10 years, so just get it. You
just get it, dude. I accidentally started a mini revolution in like my company and like some of my groups where I was, because obviously PR is close. I'm talking about it more with people, and everyone's like, I don't need to do these things on PR, and I was like, look into it. So now I have people like checking their score, seeing how early they can get PR.
My score's fucking low.
Dude, mine is like...
I think it's like only because I'm not getting bonus points for working for like a thing that gets like government grants.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Technically, I work for a university, so...
There should be a thing for that as well. It's better to actually sit down and talk to someone about it. I don't know.
That's why I was like, okay, I'm not going to mark it down that I do get the points.
Yeah. I think
but if I did, I would definitely be up close to 80.
Mine stems somewhere between 65 to 80, depending on
which things you qualify for.
Yeah, which things I qualify for. There's certain things I got to confirm, but I'm either like just on the cusp or I'm like way over.
And you get more points because you're younger than me.
I am. I'm a little bit younger.
But you're gonna go over
that. But once I go over, it'll be perfectly okay because like once again, the year after that is basically like visa time anyway, so it's fine.
I'm changing from the 34 to the 35 bracket, which lowers my.
Ooh, or you're gonna make points. Like a shit ton more money, like an annoying amount of more money to get like put in that visa strat. It's I don't know. I'm not entirely a fan of the point system. I think it's good for some people. Like if you're like an overly skilled worker, like, it is arbitrary.
If you have lots of money, then you're.
Fine. I mean, well, that's always the way. If you have lots of money, you can jump into anywhere really. But like, if you are, I think they wanted like highly skilled workers, but the way the point system is skewed, it's like you're a highly skilled worker, but you're also working for one of the Japanese elite companies or a startup, and then we love you. And if you don't, fuck off, basically.
Yeah,
which is weird.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's visa stuff. I'm gonna do a little more research into PR because I do want to talk more about the process and such. Because obviously I'm doing it in a year.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'll probably break that down a little more next week too.
Okay,
Not just
sounds
like
good.
why it's positive, but also kind of
An actual Japan-based
You're welcome.
question.
You're welcome.
Or information.
We'll do that. So next week we'll talk about PR actually. We're gonna do like a whole visa next week, which is about the different types of visas, like PR and stuff. Like
sure,
spousal.
do a good old season 2. Here's an information thing for you if you need to know.
We'll vibes
all
some
about
cool
visas.
Shit. Yeah, we'll fucking hang out. It'll be good. All right, cool. I'm gonna go and play Baldur's Gate for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's kind of my plan for the evening. Oh, edit as well, but yeah, that's kind of my plan. Any plans for the evening, David?
Nothing immediate that comes to mind.
Just hanging out?
Yeah, probably.
Fuck yeah, dude. As it should be. As it fucking should be, dude. Guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to see you next week. I'm going to head home, make some snacks, play some Baldur's Gate maybe. Go for a run. I don't know. It's a nice summer day. Finally.
Yeah.
Oof. See you next week, boys. Bye-bye.